Let me just verify that. Hello, can you hear me? Okay, that's on my end. My mic should be, you should be able to hear me now. Let me just verify that. Yep, now you can hear me. Okay. What's up, y'all? We're going to be talking top metaverse coins today. I got a 1 through 10 for y'all. Ever since Facebook got into the metaverse game, all these metaverse tokens have been kind of popping off. All right. So we're going to have a top 10. It's kind of loosely done from bottom to top, meaning like the topmost coin will be at the end. But here we go. We're going to start with number 1, Efinity token. So if we come down here, you'll notice that Efinity token is Engine's metaverse. And Engine, they're like pretty much the creators of the whole NFT deal to begin with. They created the ERC 1115, like they created that standard. So this is their metaverse. It's going to be built on Polkadot. And if we kind of look at the price of it, it's really high at one point. Now it's kind of just settled into the 30s to 40s range right now. So, and part of that has to do with the fact that it's not out yet. So, for it to be in kind of like the 30s to 40s range, that's really good for something that's really not out yet. So, that's going to be number 10 on our list. And let's go to number 8. So number 8 is going to be a DAO. I'm sorry, number 9, excuse me. Number 9 is going to be a DAO. This is the V Empire token. Yeah, my mouse is a little sensitive, so sometimes it'll just click like twice when I only wanted to click once. So sorry about that. Let's see here. So V Empire. This is a DAO, right? And basically the way I think of a DAO is like a mini government. Like whoever's kind of like paid into the government, now you pooled all your assets together and you can go buy bigger things because you pooled all your assets together. And it just so happens the person who's pooled in the most assets kind of has a bigger voice in the matter. That's how it works in the DAO. That's usually kind of a little bit how it works in the government. But the really cool part about this is they're pulling together assets to go buy like metaverse land and to buy like NFTs and stuff like that. So that I think is a really really novel concept. If we come over here to their website, they also allow staking on really popular metaverse assets. So if we come over here to, let's see, staking platform. So they got about 14 mil locked. If we come over here, they will tell you all the things that they stake. Basically, I think it's better on their main site. They can just tell you what they stake. But I believe they stake Axie Infinity. Like they have some of the symbols here. Ethereum, Axie Infinity, Mana, Sandbox, and Star L. And I think they have it below here. Okay, there it is. Yeah. So coming up, they're saying that they're gonna do Star Atlas, which is also on our list of tokens here. But they give these kind of high rates, and the reasons they have these high like APR rates is that they distribute some of the earnings over like a 2 year period of time. So I think that's pretty cool. And they also kind of actively manage their DAO, which means like they'll actively kind of buy like what the DAO votes on to be the best token or whatever. So that's a pretty cool thing to think about. It's like pooling your funds in together and having someone like flip metaverse NFTs. So that's a pretty amazing thing to think about, especially if we come over here. And by the way, I'll be going out for questions. So if you guys have any questions, put them in the comments. But I'll be going out for any questions anybody has. And by the way, if you guys want to come over to my channel and like and subscribe, it's just darkhorsewatcher.com, all one word, and that'll lead you straight to my channel, Blackrue Investing. My name, Ruel Black, and I actually put together a playlist for you guys on some of the stuff that we're talking about because I got tons of videos. It's Metaverse crypto plays, because some of these ones in the top 5 I'm only going to be able to kind of touch on, and I have actual videos on them. So definitely come over here, like and subscribe, click the notification bell so you get notifications every time I post stuff. So that's there. Let me just move on to OpenSea and kind of show you guys why a DAO would be really nice for this, because we look at some of these lands. Some of these lands cost a buku amount of dough. So NFT Worlds, who will also be on our list here. If you look at how much this land costs, man, it costs like 7.7 floor price. So as far as I think that's over 10K in money. So if you're gonna have some money, I mean, if you, this is a reason you want to have a DAO for that. Come look at Sandbox. I think Sandbox, so their floor price is 2 ETH. This is why you have the DAO, right? Another thing they have is they have a game in which you can play this game, and this is kind of, they put the game there so it's like when they buy these metaverse games, when they buy these metaverse lands, they're just not having nothing on the land. They're actually contributing something to the metaverse. They also have these plebeian council NFTs that they sell that they give you extra like utility for staking. You can see here, earn 25% of total game fees in V Empire here. So you get a little extra oomph in your staking by owning these plebeians. And you can see here they want to kind of make the game like not only a little fighting game, a little action adventure game where you can run around the metaverse. So that's interesting there. They were as high as like 20 something cents. So at 10 cents, I think it's a bargain here. Let me go to all. So here you can see they were high as 60. So here at 10 cents, you're really getting it like at a like a discount of 5x. So they had a little pop up here where they popped up to 20 right quick, went right back down to like 10 cents. So really good bargain here, especially saying if it gets to even just half of its high, that's a 2x. So that's what I'm thinking about these guys. The next one is Crystal Vale. Now, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with DeFi Kingdoms, but DeFi Kingdoms is a novel invention by the Harmony One Network, where they combine kind of play to earn, metaverse, and DeFi all into one tool, which they call like DeFi Kingdoms. If we come over here and look at Harmony One, their whole DeFi locked. Let's see here. For a while, it was so popular, DeFi Kingdoms, that it pushed Harmony One over the $1 billion locked mark. And as you can see, it's still kind of holding pretty strong, even though they had tons of money flow out. Now, there's a reason why tons of this money flowed out. It flowed out because they also had DeFi Kingdoms. They moved it onto the Avalanche branch, the Avalanche chain. So now DeFi Kingdoms, instead of DeFi Kingdoms Jewel, which is on Harmony 1, we got DeFi Kingdoms Crystal, which is on the Avalanche network. So I have it up here loaded. I haven't put anything in here yet, but you can see, and wow, this is their APR. Let me see if I can zoom in on it. The reason why they can have this APR so kind of fat like this is because they admit it out over an amount of time. So they're not getting that whole 1,800 just off the bat. You're getting it over time. And here, what was I gonna say? And here, oh my god, I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, so you're gonna get this over time. Now I remember. So last week this was sitting at like 4,000 APR because not enough people knew it was out. It's already halved because I guess people just moved their money over from Crystal Vale to or from Harmony 1 to Avalanche. So you might want to get this while you can if you're a person who likes to do liquidity farming. But this is a nice little operation here because they're gonna have these hero characters. They're gonna have lands. So a lot to stay tuned for in this Harmony 1 Crystal Vale. Now you guys can go over to Serendale. I also have a video again on that playlist about Serendale and how they have heroes and whatnot. So definitely there's a lot of information to inhale right here. We can almost probably do a show on this just by itself. But for right now, this is number 8 on the list, I believe. So let me go over and see if there are any questions yet. All right, cool. No questions yet. So we're going to move on to our 7th coin, which is Boson. Okay, now Boson, guys. Oh, Boson is really sweet. And you got a nice little opportunity here because if we just take a little quick look at the chart, like 110 seems to be a really good place where they've reached 110 like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, and it's sitting here at 88 cents. So it's almost like quote unquote an arbitrage opportunity. You got 20. I don't know how much value that is in percentage. My estimation, since $1 and 88 cents is like 88% of that, you got at least like somewhere between 15 to 22%, somewhere in that range. But Boson is really sweet because let's see here what they say it. So yeah, so they're basically the leaders in bringing real world products from they're I don't know how to say this in the best way. So they bring digital assets from the metaverse to the real life world. So the best example of this would be like, okay, you see someone wearing some sweet let's use the ladies. You see someone, they have a sweet dress on in the metaverse and you're like, okay, I want that. So you go on Boson and you have a company that's specializes in making dresses. They make it for you and then they ship it to you based off what you paid Boson. Same token, like eventually, like you see somebody with Yeezys or something on there, like Air Force Ones, some really nice shoes from Nike. You go on the Boson, you go on a Nike, and you pay the money in crypto, and then those Nikes get shipped to you. So cool aspect, and they say it here, connecting smart contracts to the metaverse to the real world commerce. And currently, they're partnered with Mana. They're also partnered with a company that just missed our top 10 OVR. So, really, you can see here a whole treasure trove list of really popular people that are partnered with them, like Animoca Brands. Um, and also, Animoca Brands has a metaverse coming up with um, Bored Ape Yacht Club. They're not on our top 10, but let me just digress into that a little bit just so you guys know what's coming up. Let's go Twitter. And we'll go Animoca Brands. That jumpy mouse again. Okay, so I wonder if they have on here easy. Okay, no, let's do it this way. Animoca Brands Board BYC. Bored Ape Yacht Club. On Monday, this blockchain developer investor Animoca Brands announced a partnership with Bored Ape Yacht Club to develop a play-to-earn game. They're also helping them with their metaverse. I just can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I think it's something like Outside the Limits or something like that, or Outer Limits. I don't know. But anyways, be on the lookout for that as well, because once these boys start selling land, oh my goodness, that's going to be a really good treat. So let's move on to our number 7 on the list. I believe it's number 7. See, that's why I need somebody to keep track of these numbers for me. Well, the next one in this list is going to be NFT Worlds. So NFT Worlds, high on these guys because they're built on like Minecraft open source code. It's like, what? Minecraft open source code? How can they do that without pissing off Microsoft? Well, how they do that without pissing off Microsoft is supposedly digression. Supposedly they're into talks with Microsoft about actually getting Minecraft on their metaverse. However, since all of these things use Minecraft open source code, for these like NFT worlds to actually work, you have to buy Minecraft. So Microsoft is actually getting a kickback from that. So you can see here they were as high as like 20, like mid 20 cents. Now they're sitting at about 16 cents. High was as high as almost 60 cents. So we're getting it almost like 2/3 off right now. It gets back to its high. We're getting a 2x there. A plus 2x. If we come check them out, you can already see they have playable worlds. And basically how it works is they have their worlds token, and these playable worlds, they buy a plot of land, and these playable worlds have both the NFT worlds token and whatever token they have in their land as a kind of 2-token ecosystem. And as you can see, if we go to play now, you can already tell They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Like 16 worlds already up and functioning. That was just a rough count, y'all. But all of these kind of are representative of different types of NFT projects. I know one NFT project that I own has a world on here that's going to be coming out soon, Dark Horizon. They also have Crypto Dads. They have Jungle Freaks, which are some popular NFTs. They're going to all come on here, kind of have their own world. So I've yet to buy Minecraft and try it out. And at this point, they did not have, like when I was looking at it, they didn't have a downloadable NFT Worlds thing. So maybe I might try to download that. Maybe that I can download that in lieu of Minecraft. Who knows? But this is number 7 on our list because it already has functioning worlds, and like I just showed you guys when we went over here, just to even buy a plot of land in here is 7.7 ETH ground floor price. So they're obviously doing some stuff right, right? So next on our list is going to be, let's say, Atlas. So Star Atlas. This game has huge, humongous ambitions. Like, they want to be a basically fully functioning Star Wars metaverse. And as you can see, their token has been kind of run into the ground. We come here and look. It was as high as 11 cents, only to kind of just sink down in here into the 2.5 cents. So if it can reach as high, that's almost a 6x again. But let's see kind of where they're at. Accept cookies. Okay, so they say play now, but I'm pretty sure nothing's playable now. You can buy some NFTs, but you can't. I don't think you can play anything just yet. Accept all cookies. Inventory. Marketplace. So, okay, in the marketplace, you can buy all these different vehicles. They said they were going to have land coming up at some point. So, structures. You can buy these structures, resources, food and fuel. So, you can see they're kind of building out the game a little bit. Seems like you can buy avatars here. Different type of pieces here. But the world, I'm pretty sure, is not active yet. So, I mean that's a definitely a built-in catalyst. You can kind of just buy these tokens and just wait until the world's actually active. Because believe me, Axie Infinity, it took them like what 2 or 3 years to kind of get up and running until they actually have what they have now. So I'm sure early investors are very happy in that. But just note that they don't have this world running yet, and you might have to wait quite a while until they get this up and running. I mean, it's only been around for what, 4 months? A little bit? No, no, no. It's been around for longer than that. Okay, yeah, it's only been around since the ninth month of 2021, so they've been around -5, 7 months. And you guys know how long it takes to make a game. Sometimes it takes like years to make a game. So that's the only thing about Star Atlas. They have a huge amount of stuff, and a lot of people, a lot of like rich companies are sitting on these huge vehicles and huge ships. But until it's actually active, you might have to wait quite a while to actually to harvest these coins and have a really good return on investment on them. But just the hype around this game, I think it's worth the spot on the list. So let's see here. Let me see if I can go out for some more questions before we go into our next one. Okay, so no questions quite about yet. All right. Let's keep going. So let's see here. Let me just recap our list. I believe number 10 was EFI. Number 9 was. I think number 9 was V Empire. Number 8 was Boson. Number 7 was NFT Worlds, I believe. And then number 6 was Star Atlas. Okay, so now we're getting into our top 5, baby. Top 5. All right, so let's see here. So, top 5. One of which is Bloktopia. Now, Bloktopia, starting off with this, Bloktopia, I was kind of off of it because there were certain content providers, and y'all gonna know who I'm talking about because I'm gonna show the actual website, and you'll get to see the faces. They pump these things up. As you can see, it was pumped. So they pumped them up, and they dumped on you. So at this point, it's a good spot because they're not going to dump for like 3 cents. They've made all their money from when it went up to 17, and people then they started dumping it. But some content providers, they get private investor access to these tokens. They go on their channel, they pump them up, and they dump on people, which I think that's literally like a sleazy type of deal. Like, you're already making money from having people do appearances on your show. Mind you, this is not me. This is not me I'm talking about. Like, these are other people, and I'm not. Uh, some people might view this as hating, but I don't view it as hating because you're taking advantage of people. Like, you're getting private access to this. You tell them it's going to be the best thing in the world, and then you sell your stuff that you're getting such a huge amount of profit on. Like, I couldn't do something like that to people and look myself in the mirror, to be honest with you. But if we come over here and look at it, and I want to show you guys something, and something that you should always kind of do your diligence on. If we come over here and look at this light paper, okay, they might have pulled down the specific thing that I want you guys to look at. Let me see here. Light paper. Okay, they had something like a. Looked like they changed up their light paper. But anyways, let's see. Okay, it seems like they changed up their white paper a little bit because they had the amount that the private investors had in there, and the private investor, like, the rates for the private investors were like they got paid point oh oh, like 2 O's and one. They pay under a cent for these. They pay like 0.0001 or something like that percentage points for these, and they obviously just took that off of the website. Maybe somebody got to look at the video where I complained about this. I don't know, but um, they got paid that amount. Or maybe I'm just clicking on the wrong link and I can't find the actual link that I had before. I thought it was something over here, but they got paid that amount in the private investing thing, and then pumped it all the way up to 18 cents and then dumped on people. So that kind of sucks balls, in my opinion. But if we look at it, it is an actual good looking project. So you can see, like, they got this, like, look at that. It's like, look at how good it looks. I think this is the Unreal Engine. And again, you got Animoca Brands, you got Avalanche, you got some of the people I'm talking about. You can see their insignias in here. But beautiful looking thing, right? If you come down here, you'll see some of the partners, along with Animoca Brands, who's huge. I guess it's taking a minute to load here. Yep. So we got Animoca Brands as the lead investor. We got All Capital. They're always in stuff. But you also got PlayStation here, guys. So wow, right? PlayStation and Animoca Brands. So we can ignore the people that kind of dumped and just know, all right, at this point, we got a really good thing. I don't think they've sold their lands yet, but that'll be also something to kind of watch from these guys. So they have a lot of huge partners. A lot of things just going on, like sweet stuff on these guys' part. So that's why they're gonna be the next ones on my list. And although they're down to this low point, we'll go look at this on. So although they're down to this low point, they make it back to like, okay, so their high, we saw that on the other chart, was about 18, 17, 18 cents, right? So if they make it back to at least 10 cents, that's like over a 5x for us, right? But of course, you got to go and you got to watch the chart. Right now, it's probably a pretty good time to buy. This is the lowest it's been in quite a while. It hasn't been any lower than 1.0, like a cent, a cent and 2/10 of a cent. So at this point, it's sitting at a cent and one and a fifth of a cent. So at this point, it's a pretty good buy. Probably not going to fall too much lower than this, but given all the things that they have going on, once they deliver on that, and they will have to deliver on that, seeing as how they have PlayStation with their name backed on it, Animoca Brands with their name backed on it, they're going to have to deliver something. Um, so since we have all of that behind it, I think it's going to be a real good play, despite certain people dumping. Moving on to our fourth play. Let's see what our fourth play is going to be. I'm debating. Oh, actually, this is our fourth play. I missed Crystal somewhere in there. So let me do that review again. It was EFI, VTemp, Boson, NFT Worlds, Atlas, and Crystal. So Block, I guess, is our number 4 play. Our number 3 play here is going to be a coin called Rose. Now, I'm not going to be able to go deep into Rose, but just know these guys have a partnership with Facebook Meta. All right. They were as high as 60 cents at one point. So sitting at 22 cents, we got a potential almost 3x here. Let me close some of these windows. It's getting chunky. Not our window though. Let me not close that. Uh, bu- 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 okay, Rose. Is that not it? We can close that then too. Close that. Close that. Close that. Close that. Close that. Okay. Okay, so it's taking forever with the shirt. Okay, there we are. So as high as like almost 60 cents. So sitting here, we got about a 2x. There's so much stuff to go over with Rose. I really just suggest you guys watch my video on it in that playlist that I was telling you about. But here we know it has a privacy level that's built for the metaverse. We went over that, but let me just go over it one more time for you guys. Privacy enabled layer 1 blockchain, blah, 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 blah. But, well, Oasis Network is the world's leading scalable privacy enabled blockchain. Paradigms on the Oasis Network can leverage privacy preserving technology, enabling users to share their data to earn income while keeping it totally confidential, locking, unlocking new Web3 use cases like digital identity and private metaverse applications for blockchain. And if you go on, it actually tells you, okay, this is the person who started it, Don Song, and basically her project. Did they take off what she wanted for her project? I think they might have changed this a little bit. Okay, because she said in her project that she had like she won a little reward for like deepfake technology, and it makes me think, okay, you're gonna help them with deepfakes in the metaverse. But yeah, just go watch my video on it. I do all the kind of tracking down of this because I think they might have changed her. I think they might have changed this up a little bit because I know it says something that she did something with the freaking deepfakes, and for some reason I don't see that anymore. I don't know if I'm just overlooking it or if they actually took it down. Because we're doing this kind of fast right now. But yeah, definitely check out my video on it. I go just real deep into it. But yeah, so let's go over to Twitter. I believe I could be able to. Again, this is in my other video. I'm just gonna see if I can find it right quick. Meta Oasis Labs. Okay, so someone else did a video on it for apparently too, but check out mine. You could check out theirs too, but check out mine first. Um, so think about it. Meta's always had issues with data confidentiality. Now they partner with Oasis Labs Rose, which is leading blockchain in terms of scalability and data tokenization. And here they say it. Oasis Labs themselves says it. Oasis Labs is excited to be working with Meta, formerly Facebook AI, on fascinating application of secure computing technologies and AI. Stay tuned for more next year. And this was November 21. So there it is, proof in the pudding. Like once this information really gets out to like a company I do a show for, Benzinga, um, which they lead in stock news. Once this information really gets out and Facebook Meta themselves publishes it, then this coin is just gonna go bananas, bananas. So remember, remember, Blackrue told you first. All right. Let's see. All right. So let's see. So then Oasis, just by that fact and just by the money locked up in their DeFi, if we go, I talked about this last episode here on the Gentleman of Crypto Network. But if we just go and we look, DeFi tracks really closely to a coin's price. If we come over here and look, Oasis actually has a decent amount in its DeFi. Where is it? I already must have passed it. Okay, yep, there we go. Oasis Rose. So you can see all this money is coming into his DeFi since freaking March 15th. Over 250 million locked. So whenever they decide to have another bull market, whenever Facebook decides to say, okay, we are working with them, expect that price to go off. Because in comparison, Cardano, they have about the same amount locked in their DeFi, but they're worth 3 times the price. So, look for this to pop off. And also, guys, I see you guys talking about the whole big Bitcoin maximalist stuff. I did talk about that again in a video. If y'all come over here, I talked Bitcoin versus um, altcoins in a little live stream. And basically, what I said is, I really think there's room for both. There's room for both. There's some cases that Bitcoin doesn't touch, that altcoins touch. And plus, like, I did a little comparison here with the charts. Like, I have a Patreon, and me and my patrons, we've taken advantage of some of these little small bull runs and some of these things on like privacy coins. And if you look at Bitcoin in the same amount of time, like for example, let's look at a coin called Oxen. They're a privacy coin that has a privacy messaging system called Session. Session, and this is a little bit of digression. We'll get back to our top 3 here as soon as we're done with this. We were here for like, because I knew like once the 50 EMA crosses the 200 EMA, a coin always goes bullish. So right here, we got in at about 45 cents. Boom, rode this puppy all the way to 95 cents. And, I always take out my initial investment, and I did that. So if we look at Bitcoin in the same amount of time, March 22nd to, let's even take it back further, like March 8th to March 30th. So March 8th to March 30th, it went up maybe about $5,000. But see, if you're a guy that doesn't have a big enough bank to afford a Bitcoin, well, first of all, if we went percentage wise, that's less than like what? That's like 20% or something like that, maybe. From 40 to 45, it's about maybe like 20%. Whereas if we look at that was definitely 100 oxen. That was definitely 100% move there. So if you're trying to build your bank, if you're trying to get a little bit more bang for your buck, then looking at altcoins, it's definitely a thing to do. However, I totally agree with King and Zay when they say like, okay, like they pointed out Luna. If Luna is having a stable coin, and the stable coin is what you do to be stable when Bitcoin is volatile. You move your money over to a stable coin when Bitcoin is volatile. Then Luna, how the hell are you going to go out and buy Bitcoin, thereby making your stable coin more volatile by having it backed in Bitcoin? That doesn't make any sense. So for some of these projects that are just going out there buying Bitcoin, yeah, I agree with them totally. And I do totally agree that Bitcoin will reach 100K. May not be today, may not be tomorrow, but it's happening. So what a lot of people do is, I don't yet do this personally, but what a lot of people do is they'll take their gains from these altcoins and they'll just move it into Bitcoin. That's one way to do it. Um, Another way, what I do personally is if I have gains, like say this is like 56 something, 56-cent coin, I'm gonna move my gains into a coin that's worth less than this, so I get even more bang for my buck. So in this case, LCX, which we went over in the last show. You already know, like, check out the last show I did on Gentleman Crypto. Also, you can come over here to my channel and check it out. I have an LCX playlist. You can come all the way up to par on what LCX is and why I think it's going to be so great. It's a swap and exchange. And I think eventually they have the balls and the wherewithal and the money behind them to replace Binance. So definitely check out those videos. But yeah, so maybe I move my gains from Oxen, where I 2x, over to LCX because the token's worth less than Oxen, so I get even more bang for my buck. And LCX is another one of those tokens you can see in that same amount of time where things went bullish for a second, went from 8 cents to 16 cents. And I can show you that with a whole bunch of different tokens just in this little time period of frame where you get these 2x's, and if you know what you're doing, if you're watching the right things, you can get a really good amount of gains out of these altcoins and either flip them into Bitcoin or flip them into other coins that you think eventually, when we hit our next bull market, will 2x, 3x, 4x. But yeah, that's a good digression for now. Now we can move into our top 3. We just did Rose. Actually, we're in our top 3. I keep forgetting that because I wrote down something wrong. Let me write it down right so I can be on the same page with y'all. So we had Crystal and we had Rose. So now we're in our top 2. Number 2 on our list is going to be a coin called Cornucopias. So, high on Cornucopias. This metaverse is going to be super banging. There we go with my mouse again. That extra little click. Currently sitting at 3 cents. Yesterday, guys, and see, this is what I'm talking. Yesterday, when I was talking about this a couple days ago on the Gentleman Crypto Network, it was sitting at 2.5 cents or something like that. Already, it's gone up to fill that void. So, like I was saying, it was in that area, and I really think it has some potential in it. 'Cause their metaverse isn't up and running yet. It's sitting at around like what it's sitting at right now, 3 cents. When they get this metaverse up and running, it's going to be super dope. If we come over here and look at it, it's going to be built on Unreal Engine. If you go and look at their website, they actually have. Yeah, if you go look at their website, or I'm sorry, not their website, their YouTube, they actually have some things where they show this being playable and what they have already, which is like knock my socks off good. Hopefully, maybe I can play just a little bit of it for you guys right here. We'll do it on fast speed so we can have time for number 1. But let's play this right quick so you can just get a little sneak peek. let me kill the sound. So this is them like constructing their world already. Um, you can also see later on they have it where they're constructing the player, and they have like all different colors, and you can see like yeah they got the Ruel black browns. They got all types of browns and blacks and shades and colors, which is awesome. Um, so looks like they got some. Looks like what are those cornrows? Kind of looks like it a little bit. You see also they got these bubble jets that you can fly around in, and you can even actually buy those bubble jets and a thing called a javelin already on JPEG store because that's how you're going to use those to get around in the Cornucopias network. Come in here, Cornucopias. So you got the bubble jets, you got the javelins already, and whoa, the floor really rose on these boys. Okay, because they were sitting at like 150, and then bam. Okay, maybe that one was just a high one I was looking at. No, the floor is 250 pretty much right now. 250, 230. Wow. Okay. So you can see, right? Like stuff's happening for this universe already. Yeah, I remember I bought one of these. I think at like 150 or something like that. So already is close to getting like a 50%. Oh, that's probably over 50% out of it. But yeah, wow. So Cornucopias number 2 on our list. I really think this metaverse has some steam, and yeah. So number 1 on our list. Number one with the freaking bullet. This is like way number 1. Universe called Seek. I don't know if you guys have heard of Seek, but I was lucky enough to catch this boy at 2 cents. Rode it all the way to $1, like 10. Definitely got out my initial investment at that point. I still got a little bag of it. I'm gonna be holding that boy for a while. If we come over here, I can show you. I got in this boy at like 2 cents. Rolled it all the way up to $1.10, and you can see it's chilling at about like 48 cents. I was doing videos telling people at like 30 cents. This is something you definitely want to get into. Like if we look at the star power behind Seek, it is crazy to even imagine. They got Lady Gaga, guys. They got. Let's go over here to the app. They got Iman Shumpert, Demi Lovato, Ziggy Marley, Ringo Starr, Jesse Reyes. I can't say his name right. Sorry, y'all know who he is though. Um, yeah, so many people. They got Francis Ngannou, Randy Zuckerberg, Mark Zuckerberg's sister, Dwayne Wade. So basically, what this is this an AR VR phone app for the moment. You can play it with you can download it right now with the Apple or Android, and you don't need to have an AR VR headset. But if you don't, with one click of the button there, you can buy a Facebook Oculus headset. So that's where that whole Facebook connection comes in. They're hooked up with Facebook. The lady who runs this, she's black lady, Mary Spio. Man, Seek, they're just head and shoulders above competition, man. If we come over here, look at these guys. So the land sale is supposed to go on sale, I think this month or next month. They had a little roadmap. Let me see if I can find the roadmap. I know I tweeted it out. Guys, definitely come over here and follow me again. Come over here and follow me on Twitter. It's at Blackrue. Let's see. Can I find that Seek roadmap? So I don't do too many tweets. Let me just scroll down here. We might go a little bit over on the show. Hopefully that's okay. Where is that roadmap? Okay, there we go. So land sale was supposed to be this month. So definitely be on the lookout for that. I think it'll be really nice. They're gonna have their own version of Oculus headsets. Seek Oculus 3D mid-April, so sometime soon. Avatar store, venue staking, live multi-stream, VR clubhouses, ongoing partnerships. Just crazy. Like so much here. I really love Seek. They got the star power behind them. They got already working and functioning phone app. All they need to do really is add the Metaverse to it. And Mary Spio, their CEO, she was featured in like Forbes, all these type of deals. Like, it's crazy to think of when like maybe you've never heard of Seek before, but and here she has Georgina Rodriguez. I guess she's somehow related to Cristiano Ronaldo. She's up here showing off her favorite stuff with Seek VR headphones being in part of it. So, yeah, y'all. Whole lot of stuff there. Whole lot of stuff going on there. Seek, again, head and shoulders above the rest. Let me grab some water right here, y'all. I'm talking for an hour. There it is. There it is. So Seek headphones, Seek AR VR. They're doing some big things. Doing some big things. So let me see if I got any questions before we kind of close out here. All right. So doesn't seem like there are any questions. Hopefully, you guys come on over to the channel, like and subscribe. It's www.darkhorsewatcher.com, all one word. Will lead you directly to my YouTube, where you can like and subscribe. And yeah, guys, catch me next week. Not sure what we're gonna have for you guys next week. I'm thinking it's gonna be privacy tokens, and that'll be on the Gentleman of Crypto show Thursday, 6 o'clock Pacific time. And then, of course, catch us back here next week, same time, 9:30 a.m. for some morning crypto Pacific morning, Eastern kind of midday, and get yourself your little dose of crypto. It's your boy Blackrue Investing. Thanks so much for coming. Have a good day, guys.